Hey y'all, Sir Penguin here, and we are looking at another 2v2 from Crackety here in Baltoon. This time, playing against Kaio, and Doo. We have a special guest here. First of all, before we introduce our players, A-Man. Why don't you say hi, A-Man? And we'll dive in
Hey
here.
everyone.
There he is. It's A-Man. A-Man's here. We're going to look at this 2v2. A-Man and I play lots of 2v2s together, so it'll be fun to kind of look at this with that team perspective in mind. So, first of all, playing Team 1 on the right side, in the blue, again, as the Malians, we have Baltoon. On the same team, on the top side, in the teal, playing as Jeanne d'Arc, it's Crackety here. On the other side, Aaron, why don't you give us some introductions here?
We got Kyo on the Holy Roman Empire, and then we got Doo on Mongols.
Excellent, thank you. And I'm not actually familiar with these two. I know that they're pretty big in the team scene, but I don't think I've actually seen any of their games before. So we are going to see how this goes. These were custom matches, so they planned these out.
I assume they're very high level, just like Crackety and Baltoon.
Yeah. This isn't that game, but they actually played a game against each other that was over an hour long. So we're in for some probably quite even play, all things considered here. So yeah, I'm excited to see what these guys are gonna do.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how fast of a castle HRE does, and then how Crackety and Baltoon react to that. If Molly goes fast castle or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm curious how HRE and Mongols are gonna play together against Molly and Jeanne. I feel like Molly and Jeanne's a pretty standard combo. You're gonna get Donzos and javelin throwers, and you're gonna get knights and Jeanne. But what do you think? Like, how do you think HRE and Mongols want to play this?
Oh, I don't know. It looks like Mongols going out for a spear rush, which should be interesting. This is probably a good map. I assume this looks like cliffside, right?
Yeah, we're on cliffside.
Players are relatively, you're relatively close to your opponent, so aggression early on is probably the right move here, I think, for the Mongol player.
Yeah.
Against Molly too, kind of like that.
Yeah. And I think with the I think that this map is probably the official competitive map with the closest rush distance, like you said. So coming out with these spears, Baltoon didn't even really scout this; just immediately came out with Donzos to fight and said, "Okay, I know I need to defend this against Mongols."
That is impressive. I wouldn't have known that. I would have known that as a player that you need to come out with Dark Age Donzos. As a Molly player, that's impressive.
Yeah, and so they're gonna hit these houses, and the Donzos can't take this fight yet because with the Khan and these spears, the Donzos are gonna just have to hang out for a second as these get burned away. So this game is starting early and starting fast, and it looks like there's more spears coming, by the way.
Wow.
So this is
really
not
committed
the end
to
of this. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and leave them burning since there's no vills here who can recover it.
Always great to see some strong Dark Age aggression.
I know.
Make the game exciting.
And in 2v2s too, like you don't always see Dark Age aggression in team games because it sometimes can be a pretty big throw. But I think here it's necessary for both players to do this.
Surprise. Great micro from Baltoon. I'm still not sure. I don't think they can take this fight yet, but
but like the dancing, Baltoon's doing a great job just waiting for the spears to recharge so he can throw them instead of engaging with the Mongol spearmen. Because he's not going to outmass Mongol spears in the Dark Age.
Nope. And pulling back low health spears or low health Donzos is really smart.
Yeah.
I need to get better at that myself.
Right. You're in a fight. You're like, oh no. You're like trying to click the low health one. You're like, I can't quite. No, that's not.
Yep.
And then you're over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Two houses going down already for Baltoon. So this aggression is getting quite a bit of value. I think it's worth it.
I agree. I think it's definitely worth it. I mean, what is Molly supposed to do here? How are they supposed to get gold to age up? It looks really difficult.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what Baltoon does here to get their gold that they need.
I know, and yeah, okay, so here comes more spears, by the way, and more behind it. So this is not the end.
Somehow Baltoon looks like they have the most gold. It looks like they already got 402 gold. So
the passive gold is just insane on these things. We're already 5 minutes in, so this
True.
This
Okay,
is
it
built
makes sense.
immediately. Like, yeah, but it's crazy. I mean, it's right. It's like, how does he have 400 gold already?
Yeah, so I'm curious to see. Like, I would think that Baltoon would just want to age up here.
Yeah,
but maybe not. I'm
enough
not
food
too
yet, right? Because there's more Donsos coming out. Housed though, because of the houses going down on the thing. So Baltoon actually can only make units as he loses units here, because there's no other houses up. Oh, but here comes Joan. So Joan is gonna come, and that's gonna clean this up. This cannot.
And it's Archer
engage.
Joan.
Yeah, that's interesting choice. Interesting choice. I've seen a lot more Archer Joan in general in team matches. Like you see Jigglypuff play Joan all the time, and Jigglypuff almost always goes for Archer Joan.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's probably to keep her safe, right? Because there's so many like units out in a 2v2 that like if she's out in front, she's just gonna get sniped. So maybe if she has the bow, she can just kind of hang out back.
It's amazing that just one Archer Joan and you suddenly got all those spears running back. It's what power?
True.
I guess they are Dark Age spears, but impressive.
Yeah, I guess not wanting to give these away and give Joan experience, right? Because like if you hang out there, Joan's just gonna go ahead and use the ability, and like I think it's just like 5 or 6 shots to kill a spearman with Archer Joan.
Oh, one Mongolville gone down already. That's nice.
True. We have Joan sniping with the divine arrow. Again, like you said, I was like, oh, an Archer Joan, but you can snipe out villagers and snipe out spears, which helps if you're going cavalry into spears like this.
Right. And these are still Dark Age spears, right? So the knights should be doing pretty well against them.
Absolutely, and Danzo's now bolstering the forces of Joan, and that's going to be a problem because Dodo is not going to be able to get enough, like, sort of Keshik or you know, any gold units out here. But everybody now hitting Feudal Age. We've got the Deer Stones for Mongol as things kind of die down just for a second. We've got Pregnants coming out for Kyo, who hasn't had to do anything yet. Like, literally is just sending prelates out now. Kyo's just playing the standard. We got 2 towers on the gold.
Super strong. Yeah, look at that tower placement. They were expecting some aggression and got nothing.
I think these Mongol spears just like set the standard for the game, letting Kyo just sort of get away with a just blind fast castle on the top side. Yeah.
I wonder what they're gonna do about Joan's Knights though, stopping relic gatherings.
That's a really good point, because I think we saw some scholar or some prelates heading up towards the northeast side of the map, the top corner. Yeah, we got one here and over here. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, all the knights are down here, but as knights get produced out of Crackety's base.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it looks like Crackety isn't actually interested in stopping relic gathering at the moment. Maybe they're not sure. Maybe they don't know if they're doing fast castle, or I'm not sure what the play is.
I feel like we haven't seen any of Kyo's units. They have to know, right?
Yeah, I would think they would know. They're professionals.
All right, so it looks like that Castle Age hits, and these prelates. Well, we missed. Wait, what? There was one up there. What? Oh, it's in the tower already. And this one's coming back over here.
Wow.
And Mongols clean up this early aggression finally. And I don't think they took too much damage here, so...
No, I think it was one kill. At least that's all I saw.
I think the person who took the most damage in that whole sort of exchange was Baltoon on the pit mine.
True.
Ooh, was that Joan going down? Oh.
It sounded like...
We got the
sounded like it was Joan. Oh no, he's gonna get the knight!
Oh my gosh, he got the knight!
Crackety loses the knight to the prelate. And it's going to be able... So now Crackety going to try to hunt this prelate down and prevent more relic gathering. But we have more prelates coming out and more relics getting gathered.
It seems like Crackety reacted a little bit late to the relic gathering. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I think they probably would have been better. Crackety would have been better just going for trying to stop relics rather than trying to go in all those Mongol spears.
So he manages to stop this one for now, and if nothing else, he's at least delaying these relics from coming in. Because I'm pretty sure Kyo only has one right now, and a second prelate going down now to the knights. So now Crackety has completely changed his approach and only has a little bit of support for Baltoon here, who is just fighting a melee with the spears.
Yeah, I'm surprised that maybe go into the Molly archers or no. I would think that Molly has some good archers. You could probably go into that, but
I would think so too, but it looks like it's just gonna be Cowboom with spears protecting it.
interesting.
Meanwhile, topside, we have Knights coming out now for Kyo, fighting against Crackety's Knights. Oh, and Mongol has gone into the Keshiks up here. Is he gonna get it? Oh my gosh, don't lose him.
God. Oh my god.
He's gonna go ahead and
First
grab
second
another
there.
prelate kill. So that's 3 prelates down. Crackety,
That's
despite
good.
the late reaction that we were talking about, has actually managed to shut down a lot of this relic gathering.
True, and I think another pet prelate's gonna go down right here.
That's 4 prelates going down for
Impressive.
Kyo now.
Impressive.
And the Knights losing to the massive feudal French Knights. Just there's not enough yet here for Kyo.
I wonder if there's also a difference in blacksmith upgrades right now too.
That's a really good point. You always expect Joan to get that early blacksmith, and
Right.
we probably don't
Oh.
have one out of... Yeah, there's no blacksmith for HRE yet.
Yeah, I mean with a fast castle you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, and Baltoon shows up to help with the Knights as well, so these Knights not going to be able to do very much, and it looks like... It kind of looks like the relics are secure.
Yeah.
Only one coming in, and it's in this outer tower, and they can burn that now with all these mini
Yeah.
units.
Wow.
So they stopped every single relic from coming in for Kyo so far.
Wow. Wow.
Here comes
That's-
some more Keshik aggression, but that's not going to
With how late they reacted to that relic grabbing by the HRE player, I would have thought HRE would have gotten at least like 4 or 5, but
No,
It's
didn't
a-
even get one, really.
it's a good lesson for us.
Yeah,
We might be
absolutely.
able to react to it a little bit later than we thought
As
if
long
we
as
just
you just
react to
move
it
like
properly.
1 or 2 knights and micro appropriately to get those
Right.
prelates, yeah. And Kraken even lost a knight to a Wololo, but still managed to shut it down.
Yeah.
We have another relic grabs down here. Okay, so Kyo's gonna grab this one, but this is so late. We're at the 12-minute mark.
Yeah.
Kyo
I
hasn't
know,
really
yeah.
gotten the most out of this fast castle.
Oh, they do have one relic. They
Oh.
already have one relic.
Okay,
in the,
we got one. We did get one. I see.
yeah, so
I
they
see.
did get one.
So 2 coming in, and 2 with the Regnants isn't that bad. That's pretty nice.
Well, they should have 3 once they get the one on the top side. That
Which we
was
see
just
coming in
burned
right now.
Yeah. Oh, but it looks like they won't get that one.
Wololo?
I think.
Yeah, he's dead. He's not gonna
I still
make
don't think they'll get it. Yeah.
Really good
Yeah.
hold on the relics here, and this fight just... Yeah. I mean, Kyo, I think, honestly, don't you just go for Men-at-Arms maces here? Because they can fight the Knights and the Danzos?
Yeah.
The Knights just don't
probably.
feel that useful against the mix of French
No.
Knights and Danzos. It's like not
And I
enough
kinda-
damage.
I kind of wonder if that's why Baltoon decided to just go Donzos because he expected just Knights out of HRE
It's
and
true.
then Keshiks.
You always see a lot of Knights out of HRE, I think, at this level of play when you hit
Right.
that Castle Age. And in a 2v2, you want Knights. It's like inevitable in a team game to want Knights.
Right,
Meanwhile, we
right,
just
and
have
they're so
Spears
good at-
fighting on the bottom still.
Oh my god. Non-stop action here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knights are just so good at securing relics too.
Yeah.
The mobility just lets you be able to move from relic to relic and stop any prelate from picking those up.
Exactly.
I'm kind of curious if we're gonna see any macro to castle here though from Crackety and Baltoon, or if they're
Looks
just gonna win this in castle.
Just as you say that, Baltoon goes Castle Age with the
Oh, there we go.
Fulani Corral. So
Nice.
Baltoon going up, and Crackety obviously just making Knights. You're Joan. You're just gonna sit back and make Knights for a while. Although we've got a lot of food and wood stacked up.
Yeah, but not much gold.
Not a ton of gold. I think it's all going into Knights. Yeah, look at all this. This is
Yeah.
all for Knight production.
Wow. Knights cost so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Mod for caster mode 2v2s when, so I can actually see how many villagers are on resources.
Nice.
I want that so badly. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Just need to keep telling it. Maybe we can get in contact with the developers and make
That's
it a
right.
priority for them.
As if they're like, team games? Nobody
Team
cares about
games?
team games.
No one cares about team games.
That's right, that's right. Oh,
We
man.
care about team games.
It's true.
Oh, looks like HRE just ran out of gold here. It looks like they got a gold vein in the back.
Yeah, so their only gold's
So-
going to be coming in from those 2 relics that they have.
Well, they
I
have
don't
one in the
think
back.
that's,
I think they've already sent their bills back there. In the
Oh,
back.
that one, I
behind
see.
their
Yeah,
base.
yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here comes a fight on the top side. There's a lot here. I think, yeah, Krakeny
Yeah.
falls back. Baltoon
Yeah,
loses all of those Dansos. And we've got more
Interesting.
fights on the bottom. But yeah, up here,
So
Krakeny's going to have to fall back. How does he defend this?
I'm not sure. It looks like the Mongol player maybe didn't macro to castle, and when they saw the Mali player go castle, they kind of just like decided to build more units.
Yeah, yeah, really. So we really just have like Mongol and France. Oh no, going for
What
the
a
fight
charge.
without the help. Yeah, that was an awesome French charge there with a divine arrow or whatever coming in from
Yep.
Jeanne d'Arc.
You know, not paying attention right there, but but this.
Here's the both
this
of
is
them
too
though.
much.
This is a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, and he's getting Krakeny off with gold. That's tough. That's hard.
Krakeny's gonna have to rely on horsemen until he grabs more gold here. And needs Baltoon's help, but Baltoon threw away a lot of units at the Mongol base while this was happening, and
Yep.
lost all the units on the top side. So Krakeny the only one with a ton of units, but Baltoon replenishing. We got Sofa coming out as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got the veteran Sofa transition with veteran Dansos.
Oh, that should do the trick.
Yeah. And against Spear Horse, it's Spear Knight versus Spear Knight, which is really interesting.
It does look like the HRE player, Kyo, is going to clean up the map of all the relics.
Yeah, he goes
except for
ahead,
one.
and we're at the 16-minute mark, so this is quite late. You don't get that
Yep.
the same payoff, but oh my gosh, like here, like you said, here comes the prelates.
Yep.
So I think
Even sending 2 to pick up 1.
yeah, he said they're gonna be able to heal each other.
I wonder if that was accidental. But,
It might have been a little bit of a misclick, yeah. But
wow,
we're gonna
so
have
many
fun.
units out from Mongol.
Yeah, they're everywhere. You've got units up here raiding the vills now. Krakeny losing
Oh my
vills on the
gosh.
top.
I really like this just mass spear play right now.
Yeah, just spears in every corner of the map, putting on pressure
Oh,
wherever they go. Just pressuring this
Right.
the team 1 with the spear count, and they break
And just
down the
putting
walls
on-
here. Yeah,
Right. And just putting on the movement speed right there to just get away from those knights.
Yeah.
Quick play.
Yep. Using the con to the best of, honestly, I think one of the hardest parts about being really good at Mongol is good con usage. Getting your, signal arrow up at the right time and all that kind of stuff. Here comes the Knights from HRE, though. But the Dansos are going to be a problem. Yeah, Dansos are going to be a problem here.
Oh, here comes what are those? Lascanets?
Yeah, Landsknecht, the land sharks, they're coming in, they're cutting this up. But Joan is on the horse now, so Joan gonna call in some reinforcements, I should think. Yeah, we see Joan's companions going down there, and Krakeny's gonna have to fall back from this as the Dansos go down to the Landsknechts. That was a nice fight, but meanwhile, down here, we've got Baltoon pushing into Mongol. There's still a lot of spears here.
Probably getting some Vil kills right there.
Yeah, get some Vil kills, but the Kurlatai is up now, and it's gonna be hard to push into this.
Yep.
Although, look at all the
really
arrow resistance on these units. They are tanking up these shots and pressuring Dudu here.
I'm really liking Dudu and Kyo's position, though. I think they're in a good spot now.
I think so, too. I think they're in a really good spot. I'm curious what Krakeny and Baltoon's response to this is going to be. And it looks like we finally have archers coming out for Baltoon. You mentioned this earlier. When are we going to see the archers for the spears? And now they're here. And look at that
Maybe a little
Mongol
late.
army disappear as the archers come out. But meanwhile, Krakeny coming for the raids onto HRE, and this is going to be a problem for Kyo. There's not enough units here.
Looks
Krakeny
like those
doesn't have
knights are
quite
coming back,
enough to
though.
put those damage on just yet.
Yep.
Gonna get some kills though, which means more XP for Joan.
Imperial Age from the HRE player.
With all these knights and Landscape, this is, like you said, this is a strong position for Kyo.
Yeah.
And yeah, Kraken's gonna have to fall back. It looks like they're gonna get away, but I don't know if this is gonna be an engagement. While meanwhile, Baltoon tearing up the Mongols with the archer transition.
Nice.
We got archers with Sofa coming in now, so the Knight Archer play into Mongols. Mongol
but here
coming to
comes
try to save,
reinforcements.
but there's not enough Keshiks for the archers.
Nope.
There's just spears here, and we've got what, like
Strong archer transition right
20
there.
archers out now for Baltoon, with more on the way. I'm a little worried about these men-at-arms, but the poison arrows come out now. You see that purple aura on these men-at-arms, so they're gonna start getting picked away. Gonna be contesting the Kurlatai healing with the poison as well. Nice fight here, I think, for Baltoon, but he gets pushed back, and this is gonna get cleaned up. He's gonna have to fall back here.
Too many men-at-arms.
Yeah. Still doesn't fall back though, as the men-at-arms there's not a lot of Mongol here. And with the misclick, so many units went down without a single attack coming onto Baltoon's
Yeah, that was
units
interesting.
there. I thought it was
For a
like
second,
maybe
I thought
clicked for a surround or something, but there wasn't enough units.
No.
The poison arrow coming out on these archers. So we got 8 damage for each shot, and only 4 armor on the Keshik and 5 armor on the men-at-arms. So these archers are doing plenty of damage. And they're under the TC now. This is not looking very good for Dudu, the Mongol player here, in trouble. As villagers start to go down to the archer mass.
Yep. And nowhere for them to go. Yep. Oh, he needs to run them out. Yep. Already did that.
Okay, so the food is probably gonna have to get dropped off to a Gur up here, but there's no Gur. And so the villagers kind of wasting time. There's a little bit of idle time here, and there's no food coming in for Mongols.
And look at that army just staying alive. Wow, impressive. Under the
Baltoon
TC.
with a great push here, like really kind of balancing the
keeping
odds
him in
here.
the game.
Yeah, and let's go check out what's going on the top side as this starts to get cleaned up.
Oh, wow.
Krakeny with a huge Knight Mass, but Imperial Knights for HRE. So we're going to see how the Veteran Royal Knight stacks up against the Elite Knight for HRE. In numbers, that is. We've got 27 Royal Knights up against only
15, looks like
16 Knights for HRE. With Joan. Don't forget Joan.
Yeah. And Joan's companions, perhaps? Or are those just normal?
Yeah, we do see a couple of Joan's companions here as well. Oh my gosh, look at the cleanup! Oh my gosh!
Even with the healing on the back.
The healing from Joan, and plus the damage, and oh my gosh, Mongols quit out, and Kyo's gonna be right behind him. That's Krakeny and Baltoon taking the win. GG.
I don't know how that happened, honestly. I thought
That's crazy.
I thought that Krakeny was gonna lose that.
I think it really came down to the delay on the relics. Like, this Imperial Age was really late for Kyo, and Krakeny, you know, being Krakeny, was just able to really build up into a ton of food and a ton of gold. And that's that. Thank you all for being here. If you liked this video, if you liked the co-commentary, let me know. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will see you on the next 2v2. Thanks all.
Bye, everyone.